What is going on, Diablo 2 fans? Dobrunsky here, and today I'm going to be covering all of the changes as of September the 22nd, so a day before launch, that we're going to see implemented in Diablo 2 Resurrected. The reason why I'm making this video is I've noticed a lot of kind of conflicting information on my Discord, YouTube comments, and also my Twitch live streams. People aren't really on the same page of everything that's going to be changed for at least the launch of September the 23rd. So this video might not, last well into the future, but as of the 22nd, this amazing blog post that I have linked in the description below, if you guys want to go over it in more detail than what I'm going to cover in today's video, you can check it out. But it covers so far the 28 current changes for Diablo 2 Resurrected. So I'm just going to jump right into it, starting off with number 1. The first feature that is implemented is auto gold pickup. This is really nice. The changes that this is going to make for farming Travancore, it's just a really nice quality of life feature. And if you don't like it, you can turn it off. So that's one of the cool things that I've noticed about all of the changes like show loot or auto gold pickup, is they always have options to toggle them on or off. So again, that's the first feature. Second one is an advanced stat screen. So you don't have to add up like, okay, so I have 40 FCR on Hodo, I have 35 FCR from Spirit, I have 20 from Rax, 20 from H-Fist. You don't have to manually kind of like add up all those FCR from your different items to reach those specific breakpoints. You can now check that all out on the advanced stats tab, excuse me. Third one, this is very simple, just increase stash and also additional shared tabs. So you don't have to mule items or drop items on the ground, create a new character, go back and transfer any of that headache. That's not going to be a thing anymore. Shared stash is amazing. Feature number 4, I didn't actually notice this until somebody pointed it out to me during the, I believe it was the second beta stream. There's now a gambling refresh button. So you don't have to actually click on a vendor, click gamble, so you don't maybe see a circlet, then you don't have to close and then refresh the gambling page. You can just toggle that button. So again, imagine Trav farming gold find barb, auto gold pickup, get a bunch of gold, then you go to the vendor, you can just hit that cycle gamble button until you get circlets or whatever. So that's a really nice implemented feature. Number 5, the Cow King will not cause lockout. So this was confirmed from Pez Radar. You can kill the Cow King infinite amount of times, so that's very cool. Number 6 is the ability to link items in the chat window. So I do have an example of this. It's not the best representation. It was pretty good during the first beta test, but then it was a little bit buggy during the second one. I'm sure it's going to be better for the actual launch tomorrow. But you can link an item, so you don't have to actually open a trade window to show somebody an item anymore. You can just shift and then send that item to a chat window, and then the person can click on it and see what the stats are. So just kind of making trading a little bit easier, I guess. Number 7 is no game creation limit. So this is really nice for something like pintle farming. You're not going to get realm down anymore, so you don't have to worry about keeping a certain number of runs below time limit. So that's really awesome. Number 8, this is not something that's going to affect me, but I do recognize the fact that there's a lot of people that are going to be playing Diablo 2 Resurrected on console. So this does kind of suck a little bit. You can't actually create lobbies as of the 23rd tomorrow. So Pez Radar has a really good blog post explaining it. You guys can pause the video and read it if you want to, but basically it creates lobbies based on your progression. So it just automatically links you with other people that have maybe completed Indarial and are moving into Act 2 and held difficulty or whatever. It just auto sorts based on your progression. So it kind of sucks, but it's not going to affect me. But I understand for people that want to play Detour on console. Hopefully that's something that maybe gets improved in the future. Number 9, no character expiration. How good is this? If you guys, let me know in the comment section below if you've ever forgotten to log back into a Battleland account and refresh it and you've actually lost your items. So that's huge. The character limit, I guess we'll find out tomorrow. This isn't something that bothers me huge, but maybe it'll be more than 20. Number 10 is really big. Ladder only uniques are available in non-ladder single player. In addition to that, you get an Annie and Torch on single player as well. So key distinction here, so Torch farming will work the same in single player, but to spawn Diablo clone, you need to sell one single SOJ. It's still going to be the, he covers it down here, but it's still the 75 to 120 on ladder, but it's a single SOJ on single player. So you can spawn Diablo clone and do Uber Tristram on single player, and you can also have access to powerful ladder-only rune words like Infinity, so that's a huge plus for those that want to play single player. Like, the only option before that was Pluggy, so that's a really, really good feature. Number 11 is basically the same thing. Ladder-only rune words and ladder-only queue recipes are unlocked in single-player and non-ladder content as well. Number 12, so I actually touched on this, but it's kind of up here, Annie. These Pandemonium events like Diablo Clone and Uber Tristram are available in single-player. This is new. Oh no, this is not new to me. Sorry, I read this wrong. So there is cross-progression, so there's not cross-platform. You can't simultaneously play with people on console lobbies, but if you guys pick up and progress a little bit on your PlayStation 5, then later you sign into your PC account, you can then play on that character. So that's what it means by cross-progression, not cross-play, cross-progression. I probably worded that very badly. Global servers, so all you have to do is change the region on your Battle.net launcher, and then you can play with somebody if you have friends from Europe. You're still going to not have the best ping, but that's really cool. There's no longer, like, your characters aren't stuck on East or West or whatever the Asia ladder is, like on original LOD, so that's not a thing anymore. Number 15, I really like this. I think it's probably one of the coolest, like, small quality of life features that they've added, which is interesting that a lot of Diablo 2 mods haven't implemented this either, so it's kind of like a unique idea, but the ability to see detailed stats on a mercenary, so you can see the level of their jab, what aura they have for like an Act 2 mercenary, how much damage that jab skill does, or how much bonus the aura gives. That's a really cool feature. Really like number 15. 16, this is similar to Diablo 3 and other ARPGs. You can just hold down shift and auto compare an item in your inventory to what you have equipped. Number 17, this is one of my, like, one of the favorite things that I tried to push for Diablo 2 Resurrected. That was, oh, I got a phone call. I'll get back to you later. Where am I? Oh yeah, loot always showing. So you no longer have to toggle alt to see loot. You have the option of turning it on or off. I will say that I think it does get a little bit cluttered with like players 8 always having that loot showing, but you can hit, even if it's enabled, if you just hit alt, it'll turn it off or whatever you have it assigned to, and then you can re-hit alt to enable it again. That's a really nice feature. Really would like to see loot filter implemented at some point though, past launch. So number 19 is there's some additional bugs that have been fixed. So currently, as it stands, I guess ebug was fixed. This is kind of a bummer. You couldn't ebug stuff during the beta testing. Maybe they will revert on that, but I always like the idea of ebugging an Eth armor for mercenary. Again, let me know in the comment section below if you guys agree or disagree, but that was always a huge feature to me, which I hope they go back on. I really hope they do. There's the next hit animation bug. So there's a really cool big explanation. I'm not going to go through it and explain it, but Pez Raider posted a huge write-up on it. You guys can pause it and read it if you want a better idea. But that is possibly going to be fixed with some server improvements. We'll see. And then the traps in bug has also been removed as well. So for those that don't know what this bug is, basically Death Sentry counts for an additional minion. So in a tile set, if you run into the pits and you spawn a bunch of Death Sentries, those will count towards the monster packs, which will reduce the overall number of boss packs, which can have a negative effect on magic finding. It's more of like a single player max efficiency thing. It really doesn't come into play if you're farming multiple players online, but the bug has been removed, so it won't even be an issue anymore. Number 20, this is really cool. The unique appearance of all items now shows properly. So if you ever wondered why in LOD, original Nightwings, you put it on, it's a blue helmet, but you put on Shaco and it's still brown. Now, Shaco will be green or any item, so if you put on a circlet, it'll show the actual circlet. Just a nice, cool little quality of life change. Let's be honest, green Shaco is pretty cool. Number 21 is the character selection screen. So whatever character you last played in the gear that was on that character will now show up on the selection screen, and also the last act that you finished, like the backdrop. So this little picture here, the Druid, I was Fury Druid, I had green armor, forget what it is. You can see the act behind me, just a nice little kind of underrated quality of life. Not really quality of life, just nice touch to the game. Number 22. I gotta be honest, this is something that, like, as it stands right now, currently if you're playing on a widescreen monitor, you're gonna have the black bars on the side. There was another post, again, you guys can pause and read it if you want to, but basically, they're not for now gonna have widescreen support. You're gonna have those black bars because of sort of an unfair advantage it gives you of being able to see monsters earlier than what they can see you. The reason why I think they didn't fix this is there's going to such a small majority of people that I think are going to be playing Diablo 2 Resurrected on an ultra-wide monitor that they didn't think it was worth the effort. That's what my gut kind of tells me, but that's also point 21 and 22 here. 23 is more accessibility options, so color blindness, controller support. There's a animation that shows if you're missing a monster, so that's good. More accessibility options is really good. 24, no TCP IP. This doesn't bother me. The only negative effect of this is it's going to severely impact modding for Diablo 2 Resurrected, but I don't really plan on playing it. Another phone call. Oh my god. 2 phone calls during a video. 25, increased overall map visibility. So this was definitely improved from the first original D2R beta test or alpha test, whatever you want to call it, to the second one. Although there was some things like the doors in the tombs were very hard to distinguish in comparison to the red walls. So there's definitely some improvements that were made. I'm hoping that there's going to be even more improvements for the actual launch of the game tomorrow. Number 26, this is pretty obvious. Complete new engine, remastered graphics, and cinematics. The cinematics, we've seen the first 2 so far. They are freaking amazing and cannot wait to see the rest. 27, I did already touch on this, but the option to toggle and miss text for monsters and physical combat for feedback. Number 28, they added an in-game clock. And I guess 29, this doesn't really count as a change, but there was a survey that was sent out for more potential changes in the future. And that's actually something that Rob Gallerani mentioned as well. So I think the future is really bright for Diablo 2 Resurrected. It makes sense that their focus was to try to get the core game set up and then in the future add new content, like maybe a new Pandemonium event, skill balancing, new rune words, new items, that kind of thing. But I do think that the future is very bright for Diablo 2 Resurrected. But again, hope you guys enjoyed this video. I know it was just kind of a talking head video, no crazy video editing went into this, but hopefully it kind of straightens out everything that we should be expecting for features that have been introduced into D2R. But as always, if you could throw a like on this video, share it, and even consider subscribing if you're new to my channel. I post new weekly content on YouTube, and I do stream twice a week on Twitch. So any follows on Twitch or subs on YouTube would be amazing. Other than that, guys, hope you have a fan-frickin-tastic day, and I'll catch you on Twitch tomorrow for the launch of D2R. Peace out.